All right, let's take a look at what we got going live for special order today. First thing we're looking at is a new flavor from Double XL Moscato. If you don't know what Double XL Moscato is, I like to call it Danger Juice. These are Moscatos that are up around like 16-15% alcohol, so super sweet, slightly effervescent, really easy to drink. They have all sorts of fruit flavors. This is XXL Orange, and it is 16% alcohol. There are a ton of flavors of XXL available. There's apple, blackberry, cherry, guava, mango, pineapple, strawberry, peach, blueberry, California Extreme, which is a 21% alcohol version. I mean, there's tons of them, and they're all really easy drinking, really good prices. They're, I believe all of them are $9.95, all right around there. And this one will be no different. And then I got a couple new tequilas. Looks like the producer is Cazco Viejo, Blanco, and a Reposado going live. And this looks to be one of those value brand tequilas. Nothing wrong with being a little on the cheap side. We're getting a liter for somewhere around 20 bucks. And it looks like it is 100% Blue Weber agave, so not a mixto. So in theory, a step up from your standard, Jose Cuervo and Montezuma's. Oh, hello. That's Joey Boops. He's a stray that we took in. Why don't you go sit over there? Okay, or you can sit there too. That's fine. Co-workers, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, this Blanco tequila will be about 20 bucks for special order on the website. And you're getting a liter for 20 bucks of a 100% Blue Weber agave tequila. Can't be that bad. And then we have the Cazco Viejo Reposado. Similar pricing, just north of 20, 25. So 2 new tequila options from 1 new tequila producer going live on the website today. Don't know much about them, but I do know that they make liter bottles of tequila for about 20 bucks. Looks like this distillery is owned by the Camarena family. And some notes in the extended description about sustainability and some other stuff like that. If you want to read more about this producer, go ahead and click the link down below in the description. It'll bring you to the items and you can check them out there. Right, and now we're moving on to Italy for Ciacci Piccolomini Toscana Rosso. Looks like your typical, what a lot of people would call a super Tuscan. 85% Sangiovese, 15% Merlot, and then some Cab and Syrah. Never had this, Toscana Rosso from them, but I have had their Brunello, maybe a couple of their Brunellos, definitely the Rosso de Montalcino I've had many times. This is a producer I really like. I've never had a bottle from them that I didn't enjoy. So definitely one to keep on your radar. And this will be a sub $15 Italian blend, so good option for you if you're into Italian wines. This is a new one for you to try out. A lot of the time, if a customer asks me for a Super Tuscan and I recommend them something like this that doesn't say Super Tuscan on it, they kind of look at me like I have no clue what I'm talking about. But the truth of the matter is that Super Tuscan doesn't have any legal meaning over in Italy, or in the US for that matter. It's a term that was coined by producers like Tiganello and Sassicaia back when they were making some really stellar wines, but they weren't abiding by the laws in Tuscany to be called Chianti or Chianti Classico or Brunello, because they were using Cabernet, which just didn't fit the mold of traditional Italian winemaking. So in response, they started calling themselves Super Tuscans, which you could definitely say applies to wines like that. You're up in that north of $100 price point making some super wines. But the term's kind of been adapted over time, and people like to come in and ask for $10 Super Tuscans, which they do exist, but 99% of the time it doesn't say Super Tuscan on them. It's just a Tuscan blend that doesn't really fit within the laws of Tuscany to be labeled as a DOC wine. Now, of course, because there is no legal meaning, that's up for interpretation. But that's what I was taught, it's what I believe, and I think it's the right answer to the question. So that is a Tuscan blend, Super Tuscan style type of thing from Ciacci Piccolomini, and really good producer, definitely one worth checking out for under 15 bucks. Now I got a new Chardonnay and Pinot Noir from a producer that I have not heard of before, Jonive, Jonive, not quite sure. One or the other, Jonive. But this is a producer, looks like we're operating out of Russian River Valley. So the one I'm looking at right now, Jonive Pinot Noir, 2021. I think I'm going with Jonive. I like how that sounds. Jonive Pinot Noir, 2021, from the Russian River Valley. This is a wine that does have some scores. At the top of the list, Wine Spectator 93. Then you're looking at a price point of somewhere around 60 bucks. So this Pinot Noir is 100% Pinot Noir. And it actually looks like it may be single vineyard. I got in the extended description here that this comes from Moondust Vineyard. Spends 15 months in barrel on the lees. No indication of new or seasoned oak, but sounds pretty standard for a Russian River Valley Pinot Noir. Good score, not a producer I'm familiar with, but you could definitely try it out. Head to the website, hit the link in the description below. You can taste this in your own home if you order it. And then I have the Jonive Chardonnay, another Russian River Valley. It is Moondust Vineyard right there. So these are single vineyard wines from this producer, and this is a 2022 Chardonnay we're looking at. Same price point, right around 60 bucks. Difference being that this Chardonnay ships free. So if you don't know how to get free shipping from us, head to empirewine.com/free. There you'll see our Ship 12 free list, where you can buy any 12 bottles off of that list. You can mix and match. You can buy 12 of the same bottle. As long as you're in increments of 12, the case will ship free. It's a great option if you're looking for great wines and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for shipping. Hit up that list and pick some bottles off of there, and you're going to save a good deal of money. Especially FedEx prices just keep going up, so use that list whenever you can. All right, now we're looking at a new wine from Three Sticks. We actually just had a whole bunch of stuff go up for special order last week from Three Sticks. Can't remember off the top of my head, but there'll be a link down below with all of the Three Sticks wines, including this one that we're about to get set up for special order, Three Stick Gap's Crown Pinot Noir. This is a Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir, and you're looking somewhere between 60 and 70 bucks for a bottle of this. If you're into scores, it's got a 96 from Wine Enthusiast, selected as Editor's Choice, 94 from Venice. So if you are into scores, this one's got them. All right, and then looks like another Chappellet. This is just a vintage change. This is a wine that we've always carried. This is Chappellet's signature Cabernet. The 2021 vintage is now gone, out of stock, SOL. We got 2022 arriving soon, and looks like we are staying at the same price, $79.95. And it did get some scores, the 2022. Jeb Dunnick and Wilfred Wong agree, 93 points. And as an added bonus, Chappellet Signature Cabernet Sauvignon 2022 ships free if you utilize our Ship 12 free deal. Alright, another new vintage of a wine that we do carry in. We have Iovine Penisola Sorrentina Gragnano. And 2022 vintage is gone. 2024 vintage will be coming in. This is a red blend out of Campania, comprised of 50% Pia di Rosso, 40% Aglianico, and 10% Schiacinoso. God, there are so many Italian grapes. I sit here and do this all day, every day, and there's just always something new. It's a blend from Campania. Let's leave it at that. This is under $20 a bottle. As a matter of fact, it is $18.95, and it qualifies for free shipping. So another wine that you can head over to empirewine.com/free, find it on that list, and add it to your case of wines that ship free. And another Italian wine being presented to us by our good friends at Skurnik is Abbazia de Novacella Lagrein. We are moving from the 2023 vintage to the 2024 vintage. I've had this before. I've had, I think, everything that we carry from this producer. Every wine that I've had from this producer, I've bought more than once. Let's put it that way. It does look like this took a little bit of a price increase for this vintage. Was $19.95, now it's $20.95, but good news is this also qualifies for free shipping. So, I mean, at this point, you could almost just build a case from the wines in this video and have them shipped right to your door with no shipping charge whatsoever. And fun fact about Abbazia de Novacella, it is one of the oldest operating wineries in the world. You're looking at a winery that's been operating for like 850 years. If that doesn't prove that they know what they're doing, I don't know what does. All right, and that looks like everything that I have set up to approve right now. I'm also going to take a look at some of these requests that we have through our Ask Adam page. If you don't know about that, go to empirewine.com/ask. ASK, like ask a question. That'll give you a direct line of communication to myself and other managers and business owners and the people that look at these types of things. And if there's anything you don't see on our website, you can let us know right through that form, and we can look it up and check with our suppliers, see if it is something that's available. So first thing I'm looking up real quick is, looks like this person is looking for a bottle called Trisquel Gran Reserva 2021 Aresti. So let me check and see if this is something that we have available. Now, unfortunately, this one is looking like it is a no. Not seeing it available from any suppliers in our market, and definitely no suppliers that we work with. So we're going to have to tell old boy here, we are sorry, but can't do this one. And let's see, this guy is looking for, looks like a special bottling from Siete Leguas, which we do carry stuff from that producer. It's a tequila producer. So I'm going to shoot a message to our supplier right now. And hopefully within a couple days, this will be set up and live on the site. It does take, it can take an hour if both myself and our supplier are on the ball. But more often than not, 2-3 days, we'll get something live on the site. Send you a link, you can order it right on the website from there. But yeah, I'm going to shoot the supplier a message. We'll see if Mr. Winebow has this for him. Alright, next request we got in here for Legado de Fraile Albariño. And this is going to be a Spanish white Albariño from Rías Bajas. And looks like this may be available. It's a Polaner wine. So I'm going to shoot our Polaner rep a message, and we'll see if he can get this set up for us if it's available. And then once we have it set up, we'll get it approved live on the site, send this guy a link, and he can order it right through the website. All right, and that's really looking like it for requests right now. We get a lot of requests, and we're constantly going through them all day, every day. And that's why we have so many items set up for special order on the website. The goal here is to get the people what they want, and when we can, we do, and we try to always have the best price on the internet. So if there's anything you don't see on our website, go on over empirewine.com/ask, shoot us a message, and we'll see what we can do for you. Hopefully it's something. Anyway, that's it for today. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I would appreciate a little like, a little comment, maybe a little subscription, you know what I'm saying? But either way, glad you were here for this. If you like this kind of thing and you want to see more of it, let us know, and I will continue to bring you the latest and greatest from Empire Wine. Adios.